Beterbeiv, Bivol 2. Post-fight thoughts. Let's go.
Push the weight and now flex. Flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This was razor close. And before I get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on or what happened with the fight, I must say, this is what boxing is all about. Back and forth, ebb and flow, man. Oh my goodness, man. This was way closer than the first fight. Honestly speaking, I thought Bivol pulled out the first fight. I think he pulled it off, but he didn't get the nod. This one was a lot closer, and I'm not mad at the outcome. If they had called it a draw, I wouldn't have been mad at that. I think what I did think was going to happen, I thought Beterbeiv pulled it out by winning round 12. And what I appreciate is that his corner was extremely honest with him. Extremely honest. They said, you know, we need this round. And he threw that right hand and he cut Bivol. And he was just busier in round 12. What Bivol does, he tried to hustle down the stretch. Working backwards, he took some rounds off in between. They were speculating if his hand was hurt. I saw him not throwing the right hand, so I unmuted the TV. And lo and behold, they were saying the same thing. And I said, oh man, okay. And from the beginning of the fight, Artur Beterbeiv, he didn't hesitate, man. He didn't hesitate. And it might not look like much on your television, but this man throws bombs with malicious intent. It might not look like much. It's like he has Foreman-esque power. Where you see George Foreman throw a punch and it looked like a love tap and the person's on the floor unconscious, glassy-eyed and everything. Like the Michael Moore punch, when he hit him in the face. When I saw that live, I was like, oh, he hit him? And then when they put the camera over Michael Moore, he was glassy. I said, oh man, he ain't gonna make it. Beterbeiv has power similar to that, very similar. So every time he would touch people, you just look at the record. He hurts them. Now, when I say look at the record, you need to understand that also when you up the level of competition, certain things, I'm not going to say they disappear, certain things change. Dmitry Bivol is a hell of a fighter, man. He shows grit. He's very tough. He has respectable power enough to keep you honest. He's not a knockout artist, but he's a volume puncher and he knows how to score. My concern, even from the first fight, was can he maintain that gas tank for 12 rounds? And he did just enough. Artur, in my opinion, defensively, not the greatest, but he has a beard. And I'm not talking about the General Zod beard he has right here, but he has a chin. And Artur was walking him down, and then Bivol was able to flurry and get him off of him. Middle of the fight, Artur run like 3 or 4 rounds in a row. By the time we got to round 10, I was deadlocked. Right, well, sort of. I was I had Artur up, right? Then after round 10, I had Artur up again, right? Then round 11, I had it for Bivol, and then round 12, I had it for Artur. And then when I was looking back, and I said, wait a minute, you know, some of these rounds could be swing rounds. I mean, this is what I like. This is what I like. So when I just sat down, I looked at my scores or whatever, I said, you know, I haven't. I wouldn't be mad at a draw, but once again, when I looked at my scorecard, I said, you know, if it's not a draw, I do have Bivol. You know, when I look back at one of my championship rounds, and I said, you know what? Nah, you know, I don't think. What round was it? I forget. I don't have my paper in front of me. I just ran to the computer to record this. When I second thought the round that I was on the fence on, I did give it to Bivol. I'll go back and watch it again. And then when I looked at my score, I said I got Bivol up by 1, but I wouldn't be mad at a draw. And babe, this wasn't a robbery. The right guy won. Do we get a third fight? Interesting. Arthur said I didn't want the rematch, but you know, I did it, you know. So of course he'll do a third fight. It'll be a rubber match. They splitting. These guys could fight 100 times and it'll come out the same way. At the end, it's like, wow, who won that? Is it a draw? Or did Bivol win? Did Arthur win? Third fight? Why not? Why not? This, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I want to discuss as it pertains to the sport of boxing. Both men came in tip-top shape. They fought their hearts out. And the better man won. Tonight, the better man won. And Arthur didn't complain. He praised Allah. While Bivol was taking his picture, he went to, you know, I guess shake his hand, but he started pointing at him, and it was a joke. They were, you know, he said something to him or whatever, and they all laughed, and he left the ring. I don't know. Sometimes things change. Maybe when it settles in, hey man, this is my first L. I don't like that. You know, maybe he'll say something tonight, and he'll say, I thought I won with him, you know, but that's okay. That's okay. Every fighter that goes 12, they think they win, and that's fine. But I'm proud of the sport with this fight, man. I'm proud of both of these guys, man. They split. I would not mind seeing a rematch. And more of this and less of the foolishness. More of this and less of the foolishness. Bivol stayed he stayed true to his word. My ideology was if he threw more punches in the pocket, he'd be there to get counted, and you don't want to be in a kill zone with a puncher like Beterbeiv. And he didn't do anything stylistically different from what he did in the first fight, other than in the championship rounds, he did take more risks, but it was a lot safer because Beterbeiv is also human. All right. So what he could have killed him with in the first 5 or 6 rounds in the fight, the risk was less in the championship rounds because of fatigue. And Arthur is also 40 years old. You understand? So great job by Bivol. I don't mind seeing a third fight. And this is what boxing is all about, man. So shout out to Riyadh season and Saudis and Bivol and Beterbeiv, man. Congratulations to Bivol, man. And y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You already know what it is, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!